Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a Make It Miniverse, of course, as you could have guessed. Just kidding. Diner Series 4, which I'm very excited. And I know we're up to Diner Series 4. I just thought of it, like, I don't know what they're gonna go up to, like, are they gonna stop? Are they gonna go Diner Series 15? Who knows? We'll see someday. But anyways, today we're going to make the donut, well, strawberry milkshake, but it says donut milkshake. So this is what it should look like in the end. I'm very excited for that. Does it come with 4 donuts? Cool, we can make 4 mini donuts even though we only need 2, so we can have 2 as little display. Okay, let's see what it comes with. So we have this little mini box of donuts here, as I just said. Yeah, I forgot it comes with 4 donuts. So we have 2 vanilla and 2 chocolate, which are very cool because we have not got the mini donut. Whoa, what was that glitch? We have not got mini donuts yet. Okay, and we have some sprinkles here, little rainbow sprinkles. Don't eat them; they're not real. They're little plastic pieces. And we have our strawberry milkshake here. We have a nozzle that it comes with. We might need it, we might not. We'll see. Comes with this cute little jar. We've gotten a mason jar before, but this one has sprinkles decaled on it. A little donut doily. We have a nice purple or purpley pink straw. Let's open that up. Remember, don't forget the straw. If you've seen any of my earlier videos, it's very easy to forget the straw, and you cure it. And then next thing you know, oh no, there's no way to put it in there. You have to cut it and make it look, it doesn't look as good. So never forget the straw is what I say. And we comes with tweezers as normal. We have whipped cream. So we have 2 big things of whipped cream here. So that's awesome. And we have malted milk. So I think this is what's going to help make it more milkshakey. I'm not sure. Let's open this up. I'm not sure what color this is. Okay, so it's already kind of a pink, but then we're going to add more pink. Okay, whatever. And this is actually pretty easy. The first part's pretty easy. The second part, I mean, it's easy. We just got to decorate, but let's see. So it says to pour this into the bottle, the milkshake. Let's pull it forward in the bottle, in the cup. Let's open up this malted milk. This is kind of like when you were making, well, this might date some people or me. When you were younger, they had like Nesquik in powder form, and you had like, it's, I guess, malted milk powder. It might be something else, but it was like strawberry milk powder that you mixed into your milk, which, you know what, next time I go to a store, I'm gonna look for that. Okay, so what it wants us to do is squirt this in here as we normally would when we're making a drink. Give it a second because it wasn't upside down. And I guess it's going to be not see-through as much as I'd like, so we're going to have to cure it quite a bit. But also we don't want to, or it doesn't matter if there's air bubbles. I mean, come on, no air. How am I supposed to breathe with no air? Jordan Sparks reference. Come on. Man, there's not enough. There's more in here than I thought, but it needs to be upside down for a minute. Keeps giving me air bubbles here. I'm going to, 1 second, grab my little silicone bowl here, and I'm going to keep this upside down. Put the cap back on, just so we need it. I'm going to keep it upside down on the side here so that it can just get out. We need it out. Okay, and actually I already messed up because I was going to do the edge of the thing before I was going to, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so pop as many air bubbles as I can. We get the straw in here. This is going to be our stir stick. And honestly, don't know why it wants us to. Maybe this is going to make it bright pink, but add some malted milk powder, it says. And I didn't fill it up all the way because maybe it's going to turn it into like a slushy or something. Okay, so just slightly keep moving it around. Okay. It's making it a little, maybe, I don't know if it's deceiving my eyes, a little more pink, but also it's making it more like slushy. So let's add a little more and save some of it for some other project. Because honestly, you're not going to really even tell this is in there unless you saw me do it. So, and like I said, it doesn't matter if there's air bubbles in there. There's going to be a lot of air bubbles. But just mix it up as best you can. Get all that powder into the resin. Okay. And for some reason, the edges. Okay, that's just the way it is. Okay. I thought it doesn't look like it was cured or something. Make sure I get the bottom in there. Okay, so what we'll do, I'm gonna let that sit for just a second, and then we're gonna give it a full cure in the light. I'm gonna do, like it shows in the picture, the straw being put that way. And let me measure, I don't think it's gonna matter anyway. These are really big whipped creams. So yeah, we're gonna have to add more in there to pile it up anyway. And I'm going to give it a minute because all these air bubbles are coming out. It will help the curing process, but the air bubbles are going to come out anyway. And usually, as I've experienced, if you have a straw in there, the air bubbles want to come out anyway. And you know what? I don't want it to be straight across from the straw because that's actually not what it is. I'm going to put it like to the side over here because I think that'll be cuter. After a minute, I will put it in the light and then we will decorate 2 donuts. We could do all 4, but not right now. I'm going to do 2 donuts so that we can place them in on top of this after. And we're going to add sprinkles around this and add some sprinkles and frosting, not frosting, whatever you call it, sprinkle and stuff on top of that, and we'll get to that. So let me give it a minute and let all these air bubbles come out, and I'll be right back. All right, well, while that cures in the light, we're going to cure this, close this up. Okay, let's grab a donut, let's grab a chocolate, let's grab a vanilla donut, and then we'll close the other 2 up in there because we don't need them right now. We can decorate them later. We need a whipped cream because we're going to decorate the whipped cream. Pop that back on there. All right, so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to open up this little bit that we have here that I've been having upside down. I'm going to plop some in a little bit in there. Not much, just a little bit. And yeah, there's some other color in there, but it's okay. I already cured it, so it's not going to interfere with it. Okay. And what we'll do, let me get my tweezers. We're going to I'm going to grab a spare bowl as well so that I can catch sprinkles. Kind of like at home, you got to get everything in order. Whoops, open the sprinkles. My gosh, come on. Get up there, Cap. Get up there, Cappy. All right, so basically I'm going to take my tweezers here, dunk the donut like you kind of would a normal donut, if you were cooking, and then let it, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Dab it out a little bit in there because I don't want it to be covered. Let me plop a few sprinkles on there. Oh, and what I actually just remembered, thank goodness I just remembered this, we're going to need the hole to be accessible. One moment, let me grab a toothpick. We're going to plop through in there just like that. Okay, push these on there as best you can. Doesn't have to be anything special, but make sure the hole is open. Okay, and then we're going to have to spot cure it with our light. And then I'm going to twist this in there just to break that free, holding the donut while sliding that through. Okay, the hole is perfectly good in there. I'm going to send that to the full cure room. Pop that out. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, but you know what? I didn't even think about having the hole open. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually take the toothpick now, scoop up a little bit of stuff while holding on with my tweezers. I think this will be better. It'll be a lot easier for us. Okay, we just need it so that our sprinkles hold on. Ooh, that looks good. And I like to jab them down a little bit. They look better if they're flat and they won't fall off as much. And that looks really cute. Awesome. I'm going to throw this one in the light as well. Come on. Sorry, I'm getting too close to the camera. Throw this one in the light as well. I'm going to give it a spot cure, actually. It's good to give it a spot cure just so that it doesn't go everywhere. Put it in the light. And meanwhile, while I'm putting these in the light, I'm moving around our big thing that we put in the light so that it's getting at every single angle it can get at. Okay, so this one should be a little easier. I'm going to try, we'll see real quick, setting this to the side. Okay. So we're going to pre-game this. This is what I'm going to call it, pre-gaming it. Basically, I'm just going to dunk it in a little bit. Roll it around. Honestly, I think this will be like the best solution. Look at that. Some delicious frosting. I'm calling it frosting. Some delicious, we'll call it glaze because it was actually strawberry milkshake. Okay. And we're going to cure this. You're going to want to put it in the light for a full cure as well, but that was pretty easy. Okay. And I'm going to put them all in the light. I will be right back and we'll get to clean this up and we'll get to putting the rest of it together. All right, so I have everything put together. Well, not put together, cured, I meant to say. And we're gonna put them together. And first things first is what we're gonna do. Take a little bit of our extra resin here, and because I forgot to put stuff around the edge first, basically what it wants us to do. We're going to need more resin. Hold on one moment. All right, so I cured it up here and all those are stuck on. We're going to use just some more of the resin it came with, plop it on in there so that the trouble with this is Oh, there we go. Is I'm thinking we're gonna need more of it. There we go. Careful. I don't have to spill it everywhere. Come on. All right, so that should be good enough. It looks like it's oozing out. Put the cap back on and put that here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is get our whipped cream ready. Basically, it's gonna sit on top here, and it's not gonna stay as flat as I want because it didn't. The resin down below isn't doing or the straw is basically in the way. All right, you know what? That's okay if it's a little lopsided like that because the donuts are going to need some space on there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this in the light. It's going to need a full cure, actually, probably like 2 minutes or so, just because this is the resin, like I said, is not really see through, so it needs to cure all around. It's not really going to get in there, so give the outside enough to cure. And then I'll come back. We'll do one final touch, and we will see what it looks like. All right, so I cured that up. It's all right if it looks a little sideways, but I tilted it around so that the resin kind of is popping out so that it cured on extra well. And so what we're going to do is put our final touches on. So the picture shows that we put the chocolate donut on. I love it. Slides right over. And then we're going to put the vanilla donut. Maybe. All right, just push it on there just a little bit because of the resin that I did. And then we'll turn it just to look at that. Oh my gosh, that looks so delicious. I want one of my own. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was so exciting to make the donut milkshake in the Diner Series 4. I have a bunch more to come, so stay tuned. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. We're going to hit 1,000 subscribers soon. So that's very exciting. Please like my Instagram if you can. I just want to say thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.